Sal's Singles Shot.
Now, I know it's June, but this is a season-defining series for the Mets. They need to prove that they can beat this team. Not to me, not to you, but to themselves. The Mets showed that they had a glass jaw last year. They got punched by the Braves, never got off the mat. It is time to punch back. Their record doesn't matter right now. Nothing that has happened prior to tonight matters at all. They have 3 games against the reigning NL East champs with 2 of their aces set to pitch. Go win a series and show that you have some guts. Jerry, do you think the players feel a sense of urgency in a series like this?
Fired up after that speech. I
play that baby in their clubhouse. Yeah.
I don't think that this series means extra. It does to us, it does to the fans, because we felt that. I think it's interesting, Sal, that you used kind of a prize fighter, because I thought of the same thing. The Mets last year felt like a juggernaut, and then when they get knocked down like a prize fighter, sometimes it goes undefeated, gets knocked out. Now all of a sudden they feel their vulnerability. That might be the case for some, but we're still in June. It's still early to mid-June. This team is not really gearing for Atlanta. They're trying to figure out themselves identity regardless of who they're playing. So they're just trying to get their feet underneath them. And then later on in the season when they play the Braves again, that's when they want to punch back.
I guess the only thing I would worry about is that we're already in June, right? How much longer do you have to get your feet under you?
About 100 games.
Yeah. I don't know. It feels like less, though, right? It does feel like we're pushing that panic button a little bit here because this team hasn't quite figured it out. And what I will say is that there's urgency to show up and to compete. And to what you're saying is you want to see these guys fight. You want to see them play their roles. That's what the Mets do best, right? When they are themselves, they're not trying to be anybody else. They can beat the Braves. It will be tough. I think they have to play close games. Clean games will be really important for them. But be who they are. The Braves are on a different level. The Braves are a better team right now.
See, that's the problem that I have.
But they are. But that doesn't mean that the Mets can't compete. It doesn't mean they can't show up and be their best selves. Even if they don't have it all figured out, they still have a lot of moving pieces here. But everything they do right now is average. Average isn't better than the Marlins. Average certainly isn't better than the Braves right now. So for them to show up and compete, I think that's the key here for the entire series.
I do think there's a lot of truth to that, where usually I don't look at the opponent. I don't care, the Mets are playing these lousy teams, they should win. No, it's about them. With the Braves, however, I do think it's different. And Jerry, I said it before, I don't think the Mets have recovered from getting swept last year, lose that division. Do you believe there's any, you were a player, I was not. Do you believe there's any carryover with this team that's pretty much the same team after having that embarrassment, getting swept when they led the whole way? Any carryover to this year, you think?
I don't. I don't think there's carryover. I don't think that 2022 team is the same team. You have to reestablish your identity. You have to figure out who you are as a team each and every year, almost month to month, game to game, that kind of thing. This team is trying to figure out who the 2023 Mets are, because it's different. You have 2 of the 3 starters that didn't get it done for you in Chris Bassett and Jacob deGrom on other teams. So this is a brand new ball club. They're still trying to figure out. They will try to prove themselves to the Atlanta Braves that, hey, we could still play with you guys, but it's not about what happened last year for any of those Mets. And if it is, there's something wrong.
See, interesting. I would look at it the other way myself. And again, you're the player, obviously, so you've been on these teams. I have not. But from afar, I would look at it and say, this team beat us. We had the lead the whole way. That was our division. We had a chance to take it by winning 1 game. They swept us. Try to show, and more importantly, forget the Braves, show themselves that they can compete to hang with the best team, the NL East reigning champion.